So here we are at the Blowhole. Do you like this place, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that square section there is where you walk around. As you can see, regional park. And down here you can get some water somewhere. Tastes like crap, so I think if you want to vomit, you should actually come and taste some of the water, then you'll throw up quite easily. Is that true?
Yes.
Why don't you just say yes? So here's the walking times. Quite nice. If you're a bit of a gutless person like me, you just go to 100 meters. If you're a hero, you go 2.4 meters. If you want to break your neck, you go 3.1 meters. You could break your neck somewhere there. Okay, and there's up there you got some guy named Bruce who'll flatten you. The gold fields is everywhere, so just dig anywhere for gold. Actually, not allowed to dig here for gold. It's a bit sad. Digging, loop, walk. So that's the actual loop. Takes you from that side of the river, to this side of the river. Oh, maybe you can just swim across and drown. Lots of dead acacias. Look at all this. I think this is all stringy bark. So this is the old creek which was diverted and pretty much mined out. And this is the current course, and as you can see, all this has been infilled with sediment over the past 160 years. So this was carved out about 1860. So it's 2020, so it's quite a long time. And here's what they're looking for, the quartz. So you've got quartz, lots of quartz in it, and they're looking for gold in the quartz veins. They weren't looking for in the quartz veins, they're looking for in the fine sediment. So all that gravel would have had quartz deposits, and the quartz probably would have come from the side. I can't see any veins, but this is well-known area for gold prospecting. So you've got these large quartz cobbles. As you can see, they're quite rounded, so it's been eroded, washed down the river. And here we have some flat sedimentary rocks. So I'm not too sure what sedimentary rock. I didn't look at this geological map. Looks like it might be very platy, so it might be don't know. Come across a schist, could be something like that. Schistosity. A lot of it seems like to be siltstone, sandstone. With skin. So this is the old watercourse that's slowly been filled in with sediment. From the sides, it's no longer being eroded. so I wouldn't actually drink this water. So here's a fracture that was infilled. It looks like it has some quartz, probably some other type of minerals as well. And you wanted the actual quartz to have a lot of mineralization like this. So I don't think this one contains any gold, but it's this type of rock. Well, that might just be dirty on the outside. You need to actually break it open. So this tunnel's dug so that they can drain that area over there, let the water come around there, and then they can actually mine for gold. So they would have been doing panning of the actual sediment. To get gold out of this, it's probably pretty hard. This area's been eroded quite extensively. Here's a little bar. You can probably go and look for gold in that. So if we look at the actual rock here, this one looks like massive, probably siltstone. It's a bit too fine to be sandstone. Then we have like slates, shales. So this actually contains a whole lot of different rock. This is supposed to be lower Ordovician, so early Ordovician. If you don't know it, look it up on Wikipedia. And it contains sandstone all the way to mudstone, pretty much, all different types. So would have been all different types of periods. This is turbidite, so continental slope, and also hemipelagic. So probably I wouldn't be surprised if grey work was in here sometime as the water level went up and down, deposited, and also there was build up of material. So the sandstones would have been more high energy environment, and the siltstones would have been lots of quartz there. Siltstones would have been a more quieter, deeper environment. So, and it also has shales and slates. So I'm a bit confused with geology. See, look here, this looks a bit slaty. This is probably a shale. And you got these rocks. These are just taken from the local area. When you find the shales, you can actually get a lot of graptolite fossils. So this has actually been quite well worn, weathered, should I say, not worn. Weathered, it's still in place, so it's not eroded yet. So if you go in there, you can probably find the quartz vein with actual gold in it. But, you know, who cares about that? Let's go back to the actual shaly stuff. So it's not really this. You need it to actually be darker for it to contain fossils apparently. More like the mica type mudstone. This is probably more like a biotite. Very platy material. And as you can see, breaks very finely. And a lot of the other rock is probably massive, probably more like a this one looks more like a sandstone. So that one seems to have reflections. I'm not too sure if you can see it in the camera. That's a sandstone. Got some more sandstones there. This one looks like it might be a siltstone. And you've got quartz. So you've got really a lot of different types of rock going on here. So the quartz would have been deposited probably about 380 million years ago during the one of the orogenies, probably a Tabaranian orogeny. But as I said, I now actually. So this is quite an interesting area. We have a lot of slaty material. So this is probably. So out of all the rock here, we have like this shaly material. So it's flat plate. It's probably biotite mica or something like that. I'm not too sure. All I know is this is the Castlemaine group, and it also contains. This is a sandstone here. So it's very. I'm not too sure if you can see the reflection. So this is actually sandstone being rounded. A lot of it is blocky, so it hasn't had much contact with the water. We have a lot of quartz. So this is what they were actually mining here. I'm checking to see if these quartz have gold in it, but also just panning for gold themselves. So this is the actual old watercourse. And a lot of this material, so this is probably more like just deposits. The actual original riverbed is there. So this is Teutonian, and this is probably all mining area up there. It's quite nice. A lot of this area is blocked off. So this probably go over the other side and see where they dug the other side of the tunnel. Love these beautiful daisies, wildflowers. Yeah, so that is the blowhole. Not really much going on geologically. It's probably, so it's laid down in the early Ordovician, so I'm a bit puffy. It would have been uplifted probably late or early Silurian, should I say. So when I mean early, talk about the start of the period. I think it's Teutonian it was laid down. And then was uplifted. It was also fractured. Quartz and water intruded. The quartz is precipitated along with the gold and probably other minerals as well. And then it was eroded and deposited in that creek bed. And that's what they were looking for. So they weren't actually, I don't think they were actually mining the quartz reefs themselves. It's a lot easier just to do panning in the actual riverbed. Just dig up the whole deep lead. Actually, it's not a deep lead because it's still running. Actually, it's not running anymore. So, this is what I like to do. And if you look behind me, they have a nice, beautiful path. A lot of the area is closed. And it's quite steep. So the actual dip on the slope is about, well, place about 45 degrees. Some places 30 upslope. Other places like 90 degrees where it just goes straight down, where the actual rock is fairly harder and not as easy to erode. So and here's that. Oh yeah, there's another track, also closed. And the reason why they closed those, probably because of all the rain we had, made their track unstable, probably washed a lot of it away. So when this is filming, you can't actually revert the image.